Good morning, class. Today we are going to be learning about chance and probability. So this video is directed at a Year 4 level, and we are learning to describe everyday events and order their chances of occurring. So what I'm looking for is for students to describe and order events familiar to them using language such as impossible and likely. The appropriate content descriptor is describe possible everyday events and order their chances of occurring. The feedback from my last video was I needed to attempt to make the content more relatable to the students. So I'm going to try that today. Okay, so class, when we talk about the chances of something happening, we can order them with the appropriate language. So let's have a look at this that we've made up, and we're going to do one together. So this is just the example. So this is the language that we look at for describing the likelihood of an event. So impossible, unlikely, maybe, probably, and certain. There's other ways that we can describe these things, but these are the 5 main ones. So I've got some example everyday events. So if I say, what are the chances that the sun will go down tonight? Do you think that that might happen? Or do you think that it's definitely going to happen? So let's look at our prior knowledge. We know that the sun rises and sets every day. So we know that the sun will certainly go down tonight, don't we? Okay, let's look at another one. We will be going on an excursion today. Well, we know that we don't go on excursions very often, do we? But it's not impossible because they do happen sometimes. So do you think it's probably going to happen? Or is it more unlikely to happen? So I think it's pretty unlikely that we'll be going on an excursion today. The next one, your birthday has already been this year. So let's have a think. It's October, so we're nearly at the end of the year. So it's probably likely that you have already had your birthday because we are near the end of the year. So it's not impossible because your birthday might be in November or December, but it's probably already been. Okay, what about this one? This one's a bit silly. My cat will fly. Do you think that might happen? No, I think that's impossible. So our last event, everyday occurrence, if I throw a ball at you, you will catch it. Well, if you're really good at catching, you might certainly catch it, or if you haven't really done it much, you might not catch it, but I think it's a pretty 50-50 chance that you might catch the ball. So class, we've looked at the appropriate language associated with the likelihood of an event occurring. So what I want you to do now, I'm going to give you your copy of this, and I want you to fill it in. I want you to glue these in, but then I want you to come along and I want you to write your own events. So one event for each column, and give that a go, and then we can have a chat about it together. Thanks for listening, class.